Hey, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey, here for another Power Book 2 Ghost Season 3 review, you guys. This is episode 8, Sacrifice, although it should have been called RICO, since RICO was the word of today. If you guys have not seen the episode yet, play a drinking game when you do see it. Every time you hear the word RICO, drink. It's Cinco de Mayo. You're going to be toasted, right? Okay, listen, before we get started, thank you guys so much for checking out my video, checking out my reviews, you guys. Remember to hit that like button, thumbs up. It helps me in the algorithm. If you are new to my channel, please feel free to hit that subscription button. You won't regret it. And everyone, remember to comment down below. Shout out to everybody who gave me their predictions for this episode. Some of you guys were right, Mr. Jackal. Oh, happy day. Listen, we are going to go ahead and get into this episode. Listen, the episode opens with Davis McLean on the roof, and Sax walks up, and Davis is pissy drunk, child. He is drunk, right? His brother's hurt his feelings. He feels like a failure. All he wanted to do was get his brother out of jail and get his brother all healed up, and he felt like it all would be right. You know, that would be his repayment for his brother losing all those years of his life for a crime that Davis is actually the one who committed, right? So he in his feelings about everything. And Sax is like, whoa. I'm just here for some Tariq Tahada tea while you're drunk. Come away from the edge. And Davis was like, you know how long I've been drinking? Pass me a beer, right? We see where Sax talks with Davis, and Davis simultaneously finds out something is going on, and Sax is thrown off a little bit because he was like, do you know about me? Is that call about me? No, it's Monet calling Davis and telling Davis that Diana just got locked up. She just got hemmed up. And Davis is like, oh no. He tells Sax, I gotta clear my head, and I got 20 blocks to get sober so I can go down here and handle this. And of course Sax is like, let me do it. And Davis is like, I don't know, Monet will have my head if you go down there and muck all this up. And he was like, nah, just tell Monet that this is my specialty. And Davis is like, good looking out. I was like, you idiot. You royal supreme idiot, right? Okay. Remember everybody saying that Davis knew. They felt like Davis knew, like Davis was on to Sax. And not so much, right? Not so much. We see where Monet is worried about Diana snitching. She's worried about Diana snitching. She's worried about how she treated Diana. And all those things may be the reason why Diana might be down there snitching on me right now. Tariq goes to Davis's office and tells him that Sax is the mole. And it's at this moment the light comes on for Davis, and he is like, what? The mole? Yes, the mole. He's working with the feds, and the feds building the RICO case. Like, it's a whole big thing. And Davis was like, where have I been? I was like, where have you been? Davis? I mean, you were supposed to be this stellar defense attorney. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Diana's a better defense attorney than you are. Diana down here mollywopping the RICO sisters. You know what I'm saying? She's sticking and moving. She bobbing and weaving, right? She know all her laws, codes, ordinances, protocols, all of the things. She already know the most she gonna get for a first time offense. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, Davis is like, really? Sax? Really? He gets so mad and outraged in a moment of overkill, like overacting. He's going to go into his safe and he's going to pull out a gun and he's going to go handle Sax. You ain't going to do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. This man has run circles around you. Now you gonna take a gun? Come on now. It's the writing for me. Sax uses his brain, and we're supposed to get the same thing from Davis, but instead they show him going to pull a gun. You know what I'm saying? Trying to go all caveman on the situation. I was just like, ooh, child. The way they wrote this character, the way they took this character downhill, it's just so disappointing to me. Okay, so listen. Tariq is able to talk Davis down, and tell him we need to all be cool right now. We don't need no extra nothing on eyes on us. You need to be easy. I need you to go down there. I need you to talk to Diana, and this what I need you to tell her to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't let her talk to Sax, and additionally, this is what you need to do. So like I said, Diana down there sticking and moving, baby, bobbing and weaving, and she's giving it to the RICO sisters. She giving them a run for their money. Again, Monet is at home, and she's got Drew, and she's got Kane. And when she starts fretting, Kane takes off and goes down to the school. He gonna look for clues down there at the school in Effie's panties. Drew just sitting there looking dumb. You know what I'm saying? All his major scenes are really over for the most part. He's just sitting there like, yeah. It old Bill Cosby sweater. Like, I was just like, who's in charge? Okay, we see where like I said, Monet is afraid about what Diana might say. Tariq shows up there, and they're all like, what are you doing here? Drew is like, what are you doing here? I was like, well, first of all, he's one of y'all business partners. He's the main reason why Noma hasn't killed all y'all yet. So yeah, that's what Tariq is doing here. Tariq let her know there's a RICO, and the Tejadas are shocked, right? Complete silence. I was like, oh, let's enjoy it for a moment. We see where, like I said, Kane done went down to Stansfield to look for evidence in Effie's panties, and he does find out that although Effie is pissed off at Diana, she tells him, look, Diana might have got caught on that rooftop camera. And she was selling drugs up at the candy store down in the student center. You know what I mean? And he was like, good, I'm on it. And when he goes to leave, Effie is like, wait a minute. I know I said I didn't need you to do it. But what you did for me, you know what? I feel like I owe you a little piece of good, right? Huh? Lay down and take this good, right? Take this warm, soft honey pot. And he was like, you know what? I got a few minutes. Let's do it, right? I was like, ooh, ain't no going back now, Effie. Ain't no going back now. Okay, so it was supposed to be a good moment. It was a little awkward. It was a little off. We see where Diana is still rope-a-doping the RICO sisters. She's sticking and moving, right? She is holding her own. Sax shows up, and he's greeted by Jenny. And Jenny is like, what are you doing here? And he was like, I am representing Diana. She was like, how? How can you represent Diana? You are, that's unethical. I was like, was it unethical when he was at the Tejada house representing her? Really? We doing ethics now? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Now you're concerned about ethics. We see where David sobers up after he talks to Reek, and he gets down there about the same time Sax gets down there. He come around the corner and he sees Sax talking to Jenny, and he is like, ooh, I mean, he is fuming that Sax was able to pull one over on him. Was he able to pull one over on you, or did you get the whole roost to the fox? Did you? I mean, you left the roost open. You left the roost out on the table. You know what I'm saying? You left the key to the roost out on the table. No wonder all the foxes stealing your chickens, Davis. I mean, is it Sax's fault, or is it a part of your fault too for not being able to put one and one together and get a decent two? I just don't understand. So, we see where Sax has already made a plan to scheme up on Diana, and Davis is there to thwart the whole situation. Davis goes in first. Now, because he goes in first before Sax, I don't know why he doesn't give a note to Diana as soon as he walk in there. I'm not sure. The cameras are on all of them anyway, but let's not pick at those scabs. Let's go back to Kane and Effie. Kane and Effie are having post-coitus giggles, okay, when Tariq comes to the door. At the same time, Monet calling after Kane, okay. Effie tells Kane that she like all that good wood he gave her, but listen, she don't need no headache from Tariq. She trying to get her business back, okay, so she don't have to keep, you know what I'm saying, paying her bills, you know what I'm saying, paying her bills with Cooch. Okay, And she tell him to go stand in the bathroom. Treat comes in and Treat tell her he want her back in the business. He need her to do a favor. And she was like, I'm not doing you no favor. F you. And he was like, come on, F it. You know, we got normal breathing on our back. I need you to do this favor for me. And she was like, I'll do it, but you got to put me back in the business. Okay. You got to give me my own weight. And he was like, okay, I'll give you a brick a week. And we know Effie. We know Effie can turn a brick into 2 bricks like that. You know what I'm saying? She know how to, you know what I'm saying? Cut. Okay. And not just the boys. Oh, it's hilarious. Davis is trying to get Diana to stop talking. Diana was like, so anyway, you know, and Davis is like, and she's like, wait a minute, and he's like, and Sax is like, tell me more, and Davis is like, and so finally he knocks a cup of coffee over, and while Sax is looking down and cleaning the coffee off his pants, he slides Diana a note, and the note says, give Effie over to Sax, give Effie up to Sax. And when it's such a caper, right? It's such a caper. Okay, successfully we think he's thwarted Sax from finding out, being able to talk to Diana. Yeah, put it all on Effie. Monet decides she gonna have all hands meeting with the Castillos and let them know about this RICO situation. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the drugs off the street for a couple of days until I can get this RICO thing worked out. I know I've been off, you know, but I'm back at the helm of things, and I'm gonna run everything just like I ran it before, right? Like, I don't really know what's going on, but don't worry, I'm gonna handle this. Of course, the Castillo boys, one, they missing their brother Gorgonzola, and 2, they like, take the drugs off the street. That mean we ain't gonna have no money coming in. Is you crazy? But Evelyn squashes it. You know what I'm saying? She understands the hierarchy. Let's just follow the protocol as is. We'll pop off when we need to pop off. Right now, let's just do what she is asking us to do. On her way out the door, her and the other G's, her other 3 G's, want to know if Drew has seen Gorgonzola. You seen Gorgonzola? And Drew was like, Gorgonzola, is he the one with the extra large penis, or and one of the brothers is like, oh, it's Trouble in Paradise, and Drew was like, no Trouble in Paradise. Yeah, I'm sure, yeah, he'll turn up eventually. I was like, yeah, stinking. Okay, Evelyn accepts it and she moves on. You know, it's no big deal. So, I mean, okay. We see where Kiki goes to see Braden. Basically, Monet has been calling down to Weston. She has been calling Lucas and trying to get an appointment with Lucas, and they telling her that Lucas ain't in, right? And so what they need him to do is snap out of it, right? Quit being a goody two shoes and go down there and handle your girl, right? Because we can't have the Tejadas coming down to the Westons and co-mingling they hoodness with our supreme whiteness, y'all supreme whiteness, because I'm still gonna be the one everybody blames for this, right? Like, Kiki is walking around like she is not going to be the fall guy for this whole Weston's Ponzi scheme deal, right? Remember, you're the investment guru. Yeah, they're gonna lay it all at your feet, sis. They're gonna lay it all at your feet. Okay, so we see where Kane finally goes home and talks to Monet, and Monet is dropping all of the issues at his feet. I can't believe you took my money down there to these white folks. I can't believe you gave Kane the money. Okay, Drew, who you needed to keep busy, you don't give him the money to invest. Diana, who you need to keep busy because she's extra nosy, okay, you don't give her the money. You give it to Kane, who you say out of your own mouth is your dumbest child. But you're going to blame all of this on him now. And he was like, really? Is it my fault, or is it just that I did something smart and genius for a change, and you realize I don't need you anymore? And the moment I realize I don't need you anymore, you've lost control. And she was like, boy, be quiet. I'm always going to be in charge until one of y'all bash me upside of my head. Oh, boy. She had no problem turning her back on him. I was like, not on the pit bull. Anyway, Kane is figuring it all out. He's figuring it all out, right? So, she tells him about the RICO, and he was like, "What RICO?" And she was like, "Yeah, and we gonna use Effie to get the feds off our back, and you better not tell her about it." And he was like, "Effie? Why would we use Effie? Effie's just the..." And she was like, "It don't matter, boy. Keep your mouth closed." So we see where Tariq and Brayden mutually learn about their individual fires, right, and how it affects the other one. Okay, now by default they've got to work together. Okay. Brayden learns about the RICO, what? And he was like, "I don't know what we're gonna do, because my family whole company is a Ponzi scheme." And Tariq is like, "Ponzi scheme, what?" And Brayden is like, "We got to figure this out, because I invested Monet's money, my money. What about my money?" He was like, "Tariq, listen, okay, you're the genius. I'm back at the house. You up front, right? I need you. You got 15 seconds, okay, to get us the genius plan to figure all this out. Or Monet gonna mollywop both of us. We're gonna both be sleeping with the fishes." Is anybody really scared of Monet? Anybody? Anyone at all? I don't think so. But okay, we're gonna play her out like she is still this super duper villain, even though she's got a couple of you know what I'm saying, post-teen kids running around doing her dirty work. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense, but that's fine. We see where Monet rolls up on Lucas at the country club, baby, and she walks in. It's supposed to be like this Godfather moment where she walks in and she tells him, "When I call, wherever I call, whoever I call, you better answer." And he is like, "Oh my dear, you're looking lovely today." She was like, "Lovely schmovely, I want my money." Okay, and she storms and she walks off after she takes her a good gulp, okay, of a delicious martini. And he is like, "I don't know that Negro." Okay, we see where Diana meeting with Sax again, and Diana like to play the role. She don't just do what she told. She wants to create a story behind it. You know what I'm saying? She's like, what's my motivation here? And she tells Sax that she don't trust Davis. Davis represent her mama, and how does she know that he's not gonna look at for her mama's best interest instead of looking out for her best interest? I got something to tell you, and Sax is like, "Yes," and she was like, "But I don't want Davis to know." "Yes, you gotta promise you don't tell him." "Oh yes." He's like leaning in. So she drops the tea on him. He goes immediately to the RICO sisters and takes that tea and drops it. Now by this time he is lukewarm, but he's not any the smarter about it. He's just like, "This is it. This is what's gonna happen. This is gonna seal the deal. You got your RICO. It's all said and done." And Blanca's like, "What? Effie's a dead situation. She's just a middleman, like a little runner. Like, she is no big deal with Effie." And Sax is like, "Trust me." She's like, "First of all, you tell me where you got this information." He looks at Jenny. Jenny looks at him, and she's like, "Go ahead, you can do it." And when he tells her he got it from Diana, because he represents Diana, Blanca goes off. Blanca says it is unethical. She is outraged. I'm talking about mad as a hatter, baby. She is 38 hot. Okay, and she tells him it's unethical. You can't do this. And Jenny just calms her right on down, and lets her know, okay, listen, we got to do this. She invokes guilt on her, and she says to keep anybody else from getting killed. And don't worry. Do not worry. Sax's lily whiteness and my lily whiteness will protect you. Okay, nobody is going to investigate. They're going to go to work on the word of our lily whiteness. Trust me, this is all going to work. Okay. Blanca concedes. We see where Kane kind of tries to warn Effie. He gives her a quick call and says, "Hey, you sure you want to do this?" And she was like, "What's going on with you, Kane? You know this our business. You know this the kind of work we do. Okay, what is there something you want to tell me?" At the same time, he hears all this crashing and things being thrown and curse words being slung about. He runs upstairs, and it's Drew. And Drew is upset because he has seen on the television that Everett is now in the NBA, and he feels comfortable coming out on TV, on live TV, okay, national broadcast, and he got his new lover there. How long Everett been gone? How long has Everett been gone? Oh, okay. And Drew is upset and he's gonna storm out. Kane is like, why or where are you going? He was like, somewhere where I can drink until I black out. Ain't y'all got the empire to run? Ain't these RICO people coming down on y'all? You got time for this? That's fine. That's fine. We used to this from Drew, aren't we? We used to him putting his own emotions first, right? Again, there's nothing gangster about him. Absolutely nothing gangster about him. It's almost like the actor forgot repeatedly in this episode. Just when you go back and look at it, just look at how he has to continue to remind himself what he's supposed. Okay, you're supposed to be a top today, right? Like you're supposed to be, supposed to be a tough guy today, right? Oh. It's a mess. We see where there's a congressional debate, you guys, and it's Tate against his opponent, and everyone is there. The Westons, RSJ, Harper is there. She's there to support her man. Of course, Tariq is there. And we see where the Westons have decided they're there to decide who they're going to put their money behind, because they need somebody who's going to be in Congress voting in their best interest, right? It's all about a money grab, right? And we need everybody at all points down the line. They need to be on our side so we can continue to get this money, right? And not be accountable to anybody for anything, okay? And so they feel like after they hear Tate's speech, he's the one that they're going to put their money behind. Meanwhile, in the lobby, Tariq is talking to RSJ and he just lets him in on it. I just want to give you a heads up that the Western situation is a whole Ponzi scheme. And RSJ is like, what? Let's go right now down to the SEC and let them know what's going on. And Tariq was like, ho, I'll never get my money back if we do that. What I need for you to do, okay. And he was like, wait a minute, you trying to get me to go blackmail Lucas on your behalf? Tariq was like, look, it ain't just you that lost money. It's other people that lost money. And if them people who lost money find out that you could have helped, basically letting him know it's other people involved. It's bigger than you, my friend. It's bigger than you. I need you to go do this. And so that's what RSJ concedes to do. I mean, I don't know why people felt like RSJ is going to be this mentor and this wise voice for Tariq. I mean, he was quick to let Tariq know that he was a hood and trash, a hood booger. Old dirt dauber. And you getting your stink all over me. He's stern. He is Tariq St. Patrick Stern. Just like his daddy had Stern, he got RSJ. And he's going to use RSJ for influxes of cash to move the missing moving parts around the chessboard for him. That's what he's going to use RSJ for. It's not going to be this warm, tender, cuddly moment between anyway. So we see where Davis and Sax are having this abrasive conversation, and Theo walks in, and when he walks in, he's got an apology for Davis, and he wants to tell them both that the treatment works really, really great for him, and he's going to be fine. He's got a new lease on life, so on and so forth. Davis don't want to talk in front of Sax, so he sends Sax out, and Sax is like, why you being so mean to me? I was like, cause he owned you, idiot. You know what I'm saying? The nerve, right? And so he tells Theo Ixnay on the talkate about your business A in front of Sax A. And Theo was like, what's going on? I found out he working with the feds. And Theo was like, you let him get past you all these many months, and you just now finding this out. Why aren't you mollywopping it? Why aren't you going upside his head? And Davis is like, trust me, I am handling it, Theo. And Theo was like, don't look like you got it handled to me. Trust me, Theo. I need you to focus on your treatments and let me handle this. Okay. Rashad loves Harper. Okay. Harper loves truth and justice and morality and ethics. You see where it all can go south? You see where why it's not going to work out? He assures her, she's like, I don't want you to get in bed with these Westons. These are corrupt people. You know what I'm saying? They're no good. You know what I'm saying? If you want to effect change and be the John Lewis of the future, you got to stay away from these types of individuals. And he was like, okay, fingers crossed, toes crossed, eyes crossed, everything crossed behind his back. He is a liar, and everybody knows it. The only person that doesn't know it yet is Harper. Okay, we see where Tariq's bright idea to get RSJ to blackmail Westons pays off, and RSJ goes to Lucas and tells him, I want our money back. And and Lucas is like, what are you talking about? I'm sorry. And he was like, our money, this is a Ponzi scheme. I want my money back, Tariq money back. And Braden is like, the Tejadas. And he is like, oh yeah, and those people money back. Okay, and if you don't give it back, I'm going to go to the SEC on you. And he was like, maybe you've been listening to something my drug dealer nephew has told you, but it's not true. It's not true at all. RSJ is like, Bubkus, I want my money. And Tariq was like, I want my money now. And of course, Lucas is pissed off. He's upset. So he going at Tariq and going at Tariq's upbringing, okay? And dragging Tariq's good name. And Tariq was like, yeah, we all ghetto. We all hood up in here. We all thieves and thugs. You know what I'm saying? We all ain't no good. And Lucas is like, I just don't think I can do it. I don't have the cash. And RSJ said, you better find the cash. Well, he just given a huge donation over to Tate. And Tate goes to talk to Harper about it, and he is so happy about this influx of cash. And she knows where he got it from, and she tells him, it's no us. If you're going to get in bed with these people, it's no us. And he was like, come on, Harper, just close your mouth and be my wife and do what you told. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take you on this rocket ship into crime and criminology, you know what I'm saying, within the political realm. And she is like, you know what, I am just not interested. I am not interested at all. And just like that, their relationship is over. Okay. We see where they following Effie, you guys. They following Effie, and she goes and picks up a load, and she puts it in her little Toyota Tercel trunk, and then she goes down to the trap warehouse, and child, the feds are on her the whole time. We see where Drew basically following Everett around. He at the white folks bar, and he's scrolling through his phone. He really scrolling through Everett's online page, and he's seeing all these pictures of Everett just happy and joyful and laughing gleefully with his white lover. You know what I'm saying? They in love. The NBA has accepted him. Everett's life is just pristine, perfect, right? And Everett and his white man is there at the bar. And Drew sees him, and he is like, oh, please don't let them see me. And of course, Everett sees him. He was like, oh, Drew, I thought that was you. And Drew was like, oh, please go on. And he's like, I mean, what's going on? He was like, I've seen all your pictures, and I see how happy you are. And Everett's white man is like, now see here. And Drew is like, I wish you would. And Everett's like, honey, let me handle this. Let me handle this poor urchin, street urchin. And he is like, Drew, what's going on? And Drew is like, I who have nothing, I had a Puerto Rican, And Everett is like, you poor little street urchin. Oh, please lay your head on my shoulder. My strong NBA large salary in love with someone who's in love with me back shoulder. And just like that, Drew falls into him, and he is just like, Meanwhile, somebody caught it on video, and by the time it gets back to Evelyn through Gordita, it is viral. It is viral. Basically, they've got this confession that Drew and Gorgonzola are over, and that Gorgonzola is gone, and he is no more. Okay. Remember, Evelyn did ask Drew. Okay. if he knew what was going on with Gorgonzola. So when Gordita shows it to Evelyn, she's like, he lied. Drew lied. And she gets her keys and her handbag and she goes to see Drew. Now the boys don't go with her. The boys don't go with her. Now, if you think he did something to your son, I mean, she must be carrying a mean piece in her handbag. Evelyn might be good with a gun. I don't know. I guess we're going to see in 2 weeks. But listen, Monet and Tariq meet up and Kane comes in, and by this time everybody knows that they just set Effie up to throw the feds off. And Tariq tells him that this will keep the feds at bay for a couple of days. Easy fix, right? Bada bing, bada boom. Effie walks in and she is like, I get why y'all did what y'all did. I'm not even worried about it because I would have did the same thing to either one of y'all. I was like, Effie, are you getting your balls back? Are you getting your balls back? You know what I'm saying? She take it like a G. She takes it like a G. I was like, Effie, I really, really want you to get a backbone in this situation and take control of your life and show these dudes how it's done. That's what I really want to see. To me, that would be good power. That would be good power, right? Okay, like I said, Effie takes like a G, and on her way out, she summons Kane, and Kane is like, okay, and Tariq is like, how long has that been going on? And Mo is like, who cares? Who cares whose penis is in whose honey pot? I need my money back. She was like, you handle this. I appreciate that. I expect the check. Now I need you to fix this Western thing. I expect the check with my money back next week. See your way out. And she got on some fuzzy house slippers and she goes on stairs to take her bra off. Child, it's been a long day. And Tariq calls Brayden, and it's time for caper number 2, right? It's time for caper number 2. Okay. So we see where Jenny confronts Sax about the failure, the fact that they followed Effie, right? They follow Effie there. Effie takes off running. We think it's a big deal. Now Tariq's sitting off to the side in his luxury vehicle, child. He might be 4 or 5 streets over and he got his old daddy nasty piece of turtleneck on and he watching the whole thing from a hidden camera outside of the trap house. She go to run and they apprehend her arrest her, and when they go inside, all they find is coffee cup, coffee bean, sugar, creamer, crullers, you know what I'm saying? The hot sign is on, everything. It's like a regular old business, you know what I'm saying? Like the drug thing is a complete bust. They let Effie go on about her business, child. It was a bust. It was a bust. That's why Effie's a G about it, because it was a bust. Like it was all a setup. And now Jenny is confronting Sax about it, and Sax was like, did you ever love me? And she was like, why are we still talking about love, dude? This is my career and your career. And she was like, I can't help you no more. I can't look out for you. I can't speak up on your behalf, nothing. He was like, you know what? I hate you. I really, really hate you. This puts a target on my back. This means they know about me. And she was like, well, I mean, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Activate slime and slide on out of here, right? And he was like, I really do hate you. Okay, like I said, caper number 2 was Brayden and Tariq's plan to get RSJ to get their money back, which he does. It's a nice little bow. It's wrapped all up. It's fine. Okay, we see where Tariq Sax leaves the office and he goes out into the parking lot to get in his car, right? And on his way out there, he calls Tariq and tells Tariq, hey, listen, Tariq, anything happens to me, remember, I'm the only one that knows where your mom and your sister are. And so if anything happens to me, no one will know where they are. Well, I think Tamika Washington will know. Isn't she the one that hit Big Mama? I mean, are we not supposed to access that part of our brains and acknowledge that? Or I'm not sure. Child, a mess. That's what I'm saying. Rocket ship to the moon. Rocket ship to the moon, you guys. It's he tells him that at the same time when he gets in the car, the phone, he has to abruptly get off the phone because guess who's in the back seat? Theo. And Theo's got a gun. He's got his brother's gun. The one that he had locked in a safe? The one that he put back in the safe? Well, Theo got it, okay? And he tells Sax to drive, right? At the same time, after the whole RSJ talking to Lucas, all of that, we on the caper number 3. Now I need Davis, I need to know where Sax is, because Sax left me this cryptic message and I can't get him on the phone. And Davis is like, why are you trying to get him on the phone anyway? He was like, dude, he knows where my mom and my sister are. If something happens to him, if Todd has killed him before I get that information, then I won't know where my sister and my mama is. Okay. All right. Okay. Sax is the only one out of everybody in the world that knows where your sister and your mom is. Noma found you in Italy, but Sax is the only one can put you in touch with your mama. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Whatever. Let's just do it. We see where, like I said, Tariq and Davis figure out that they can't get Sax, and at the same time, they find out that Theo was lying about the treatments. Turns out the treatments wasn't going to be a good fit for him, and he technically just has a month to live. The clinic calls Davis and lets him know all of Theo's OSHA information. Okay, and they put 2 and 2 together, Tariq and Davis, and they figure out that it is actually Theo that has Sax. Okay, and at the same time, although Davis was not able to figure out what was going on with Sax all these many months, he's able to put together that Sax has been taken by Theo, and Theo has him down where the helicopters land, down at the river. And so Tariq and Theo and Davis run down there just in time for Theo to come out with a gun. Now Theo and Sax is on one side of a heavy gate, and on the other side of the gate is Davis and Tariq. And Theo is like, let me take care of this for you, man. And Davis is like, no, brother, no. He's hollering through the gate, no, brother, don't do this. Don't ruin your life. I worked hard to get you out. I want to keep you out. I'll handle this. I'll deal with this. And he was like, no, dude, I just told you that the treatment worked because I didn't want you to worry about me anymore. I didn't want you to put me first anymore. Okay, I only have a month to live. Let me take care of this for you and leave on my own terms. And Davis is like, no. And Tariq is like, wait. And boom, he shoots Sax. And Sax is like, thud. The only thing that would have been better is if he had hit Everett and Drew on his way down. And drug them down to hell with him, okay? Oh, happy day. Happy day. Oh, happy day. When Theo was. Oh, when he washed our Sax away. Oh, happy day. Oh, it's a happy day. It's glorious. Like I said, the only thing that would have been better is if Sax had hit Drew and Everett on his way down and drugged them to hell. It's quite loverly. It's quite loverly. No one cares. The sad part really comes when Theo decides he must go too, and he unalives himself. Davis is in complete and utter shock. He is screaming. He is turning around and around. No, Theo. He can't even run to his brother because there's a gate separating. And almost just like that, Tariq kind of starts working on plan B and C. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, your brother's gone, but Sax is gone too. I got to get this figured out. You know what I'm saying? These big ideas don't come easy. I mean, listen, just like that, the episode goes off. Okay, Tariq and Davis are stunned. We're stunned. It's a mess. Okay, shout out to all those who predicted. Okay, you know who you are, Mr. Jacko, who predicted Sax's death. It was too good to be true. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't put all my eggs in that basket. Imagine my surprise, my wonderful, wonderful surprise to realize that you were right, Mr. Jacko. Oh, you were right. You were right. If you could peep into the future and see Drew being out to, that would be awesome. If you can make that happen, that would be awesome. I mean, after all, this is Oz, right? And that's the episode, you guys. That is the entire episode. Okay, Effie, we find out before we go. One more part. Listen, Effie and Kane, when they left Monet's, they went back down to her dorm, child, and they was down there, canoodling and giggling and nuzzling, and it's just so sweet. You know what I'm saying? We making sweet monkey love over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? This is and she get a knock at the door. Do housekeeping, and she's like, what? And it's like, housekeeping, I clean for you. Housekeeping. And she was like, oh, let me just get this real quick. She puts some clothes on, goes to the door. It's Blanca and a whole bunch of DEA people, child. And they done busting in. They arresting Effie. Effie, you under arrest now. And she's like, under arrest? They didn't find no drugs. She was like, you're not under arrest for that. You're under arrest for something else. You have the right to remain silent and woo. And of course, Kane is like, hey, hold up, take your hand off my new boo. And Blanca was like, if I had one shred of evidence that you was involved, Mr. Tejada, I would lock you up too. And he was like, okay, well, if I see you down there, and she takes her out and walks her out, and Jenny's down there leaned up on the SUV, child, with her legs crossed, and she is just like, gotcha. And Effie is like, what the heck is going on? What could you possibly have on me? Now Kane is pulling up the rear, and when the window of the SUV let down, it's Lauren, and Lauren is like, yeah, that's her. I was like, oh, this how we doing official identification now? This is official paperwork. Okay. Lauren is like, yeah, that's her. Effie, the blood all run out of Effie's face, and Kane behind him. When he sees Lauren, he's all buck-eyed, Oh my gosh, they done locked Effie up for Lauren. It's just like that. I had forgot about Lauren, and I forgot about Effie and Lauren. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all moving at a figured pace. And it's like within 5 minutes, all of the issues are resolved. You don't have time to be invested in the problems, in the issues, in the finite details or anything, because it's this huge roller coaster ride, like I said, into Oz. And that is the episode, you guys. I think that's everything. Effie's locked up. We see where Diana gets out, and Diana thinks she gonna leave business and go to Spelman. I don't want to be here no more. I don't even want to be in the city. I want to go to Spelman. And Monet is like, really? You think I'm finna let you go to Georgia where I can't control you, manipulate you, or use you as a pawn in my schemes? What you gonna do is get in that car. Okay, don't touch my radio. Okay, when Diana get in the car, she was like, I can never get out of this family. I was like, yeah, no, you cannot. I don't know why you would make that announcement. You're supposed to leave like a thief in the night if you know what's good for you. Meanwhile, what is Evelyn gonna do to Drew? This gonna be war between the Castillos and the Tejadas. Okay, war between the Castillos and the Tejadas. Noma still gonna show up, child. Noma is still gonna show up. Like, it's about to go down. It's finna be a whole, you know what I'm saying, Lollapalooza a mess. Anyway, y'all, that's the episode. Y'all tell me what you think. I think I got everything. Harper done left Tate. I think this episode kind of proves that they were going along with the whole show about Tate, and it looks like they spliced some of those scenes into this episode. Really, it's kind of pointless them bringing up Tate, but we're gonna see where they're gonna go with this. Like I said, they only have 2 episodes. Y'all tell me what y'all think of this episode. If I missed anything, put it down below, you guys. That performance that Drew gave, baby, theater, darling, theater. I who have nothing. Y'all tell me what you think. No one. He was licking. Puerto Rican. I loved it, him. Y'all tell me what you think. Put it down below, you guys. And until next time, honeybees. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'll holla.